Math 1332, Chapter 3, Symbolic Logic, Section 1, Statements and Quantifiers, Video 4, Negation of a Statement. I think you kind of already know what a negation is. So we're going to bypass the definition just for a moment. That's at the top of the screen where it says the negation of a statement, and then big yellow rectangle. And we're going to go right to the three examples. Give the negations of the following statements, because I think you would intuitively already know what's about to happen. Now, I've already misspelled something, so give me 1 second to fix that. All right, I think I corrected the only typos that were there, but who knows. So anyway, as I was saying, let's get right into it and see if we can get the idea down, and then we'll give it a definition. All right, so give the negations of the following statements. A, the Yankees will win the World Series this year. What do you think the negation of that is? Well, let's think about the word negation, whose root word is negate. What does it mean to negate something? Well, you could look it up, but it depends on the context, but the word negate can mean, if you're talking numbers, you can change the sign of. So if you negate a positive number, it becomes negative. But if you're talking statements, well, let's just put it this way. Either the Yankees will win the World Series this year, or the Yankees will not win the World Series this year. In a sense, negations are almost like logical opposites. But let's get a couple more before we unleash the actual definition. B, I took out the trash yesterday. Negation. What is the negation if I took out the trash yesterday? Is it I took out the trash today? Not necessarily, because I could have taken out the trash both days. Either I took out the trash yesterday, or I did not take out the trash yesterday. So again, it's almost like the opposite. C, today is Wednesday. Negation. Is the negation today is Thursday? Not necessarily, because let's say that, and it depends upon when you're watching this video, let's say that today actually is Friday. And I say either today is Wednesday or today is Thursday. And you go, well, you're wrong in both cases. If they're negations, they can't be false at the same time. They can't be true at the same time either, but they can't be false at the same time. So if you say either today is Wednesday or today is Thursday, there's a possibility you're wrong on both accounts. So what can you say? Either today is Wednesday or today is not Wednesday. So what's the negation of a statement? The negation of a statement is a corresponding statement with the opposite truth value. There are two key words in this definition that you need to focus on. The key words, well, first off, negation is what we're defining, but let's underline the key words. The key words are a corresponding statement, so it can't be something totally out of left field. And let me make that line a little bit more horizontal 1 second here. There we go. A corresponding statement. So for example, well, let's say today is Wednesday. So the statement today is Wednesday would be true. You couldn't say either today is Wednesday or Earth is the 5th planet from the sun. Only one of those is true on Wednesday, but those have nothing to do with each other. They're not corresponding statements. So the statements have to have something to do with each other. And the other key part of the definition is opposite truth value, meaning, and here's the key thing about negations. If you have two statements that are negations of each other, then when one of them true, it forces the other one to be false, and vice versa. When one of them's false, it forces the other one to be true. So in other words, it's a pair of corresponding statements where precisely one of them has to be false and the other one has to be true. Now, which is true or false depends, but it doesn't really matter. If one's true, the other is false, and vice versa. And that's all negations really are. Now, if you're going to form the negation of a statement, then it's actually pretty easy in most cases. In fact, if you look at the three negations, there's one word that occurs in all of them that basically created the negations. Do you see what that word is? That word is not. The Yankees will win the World Series this year. The Yankees will not win the World Series this year. I took out the trash yesterday. I did not take out the trash yesterday. Today is Wednesday. Today is not Wednesday. But what if a statement already has the word not in it? For example, give the negations of the following statements. D, I am not ready to get married. Well, what corresponding statement would have the opposite truth value? And you can think of this as an either or situation. Either I am not ready to get married or I am ready to get married. So this way we took the negation by removing the word not instead of putting the word not in. And E, just to end with a little bit of humor. These are not the droids you are looking for. Negation, either these are not the droids you are looking for, or these are the droids you are looking for, if you can forgive me for ending a sentence with a preposition. So the concept of a negation is pretty straightforward. Just as a reminder, the negation of a statement is a corresponding statement with the opposite truth value.